My name is SireRamen, and you're watching Hearthstone Highlights. Sen'jin was the spiritual leader of the Dark Spear tribe in World of Warcraft. He was a witch doctor and part of the Horde. He lived a peaceful life until the humans from Kul'Tiras made a settlement on his island, and the Murlocs, which were once fairly calm, began to become enraged, in part by the sea witch they made sacrifices to. Sen'jin has a son, Vol'jin, who is now the current leader of the Horde. Within Hearthstone, Sen'jin is featured as Sen'jin Shieldmasta, a 4-mana cost, 3-attack, 5-health taunt minion who can be played by all decks. He is one of the more common taunt cards to be chosen because of his relatively stable health and, for a taunt creature, good base attack. This card is pretty much ideal to have in your deck if you want to put a sturdy barrier in the way of your opponent's forces. It can also soak up damage and be used to cost some as well. This minion is free, and you'll have access to it straight away, and currently there is no way to craft a golden version of this card, and it is a soulbound card, meaning you won't be able to disenchant or craft a normal version either. You will always have this card in your collection. The flavor text on this card reads, "Sen'jin Village is nice if you like trolls and dust." Over at Hearthstone.com, 15.14% of all decks contain this card, and during their Forge rounds, it is chosen 57% of the time it comes up. Shaman is the most apt to pick this card, which is fitting due to Thrall's relationship with Sen'jin in World of Warcraft. Your other options for a taunt at 4 cost are Mogushan Warden, who has 1 attack and 7 health, and Dread Corsair, who has 3 attack and 3 health, and costs 1 mana less for each point of attack your current weapon has. Each of these cards are useful in their own right, with Mogushan Warden being one of the toughest taunt minions to get past, and Dread Corsair having the possibility of being played well before turn 4. Brian Despain is the artist on this card, and his work is also featured on 2 other cards, Boulderfist Ogre and Harvest Golem. Tazdingo! This card is a wonderful choice for any deck, especially one that is lacking in taunt minions. It can defend itself respectively, and deal out some good damage. If you were ever stuck not knowing what minion to choose, Sen'jin Shieldmasta is a relatively safe bet. My name's been SireRamen, you've been watching Hearthstone Highlights, and I'll see you next turn.